In the middle of Europe, deep within Germany, in the heart of the Black Forest, lies a hidden treasure. European Theological Seminary has been meeting the challenge and shaping the future of church workers, pastors, and leaders since 1949. ETS people come from all over the world, from diverse backgrounds, from all kinds of interesting walks of life.
I would say first and foremost, ETS is a family. I'd say that's the best way that you could describe it, just simply because it's such a close-knit community. There's not hundreds and hundreds of students here, there's just a small group of us.
The really humbling fact about being here at ETS is we are such an international school that it really is the fulfillment of the Great Commission. Our students go into all the world.
So wonderful because we have all these different nationalities, but we are all one in God, and that's the beauty of it, and it's a family, definitely.
ETS just gives me a lot of confidence. You know, they never criticize me, but they bring out my positive points, and it gave me a lot of encouragement to go forward.
Our education is both academically excellent, but also is grooming them for practical ministry in the churches.
I think that the greatest thing you can say about the teachers is that they invest into the person and not just into the mind of the person. They don't just teach the course, but they invest into the people.
The really good thing about the teachers is that they have a lot of experience, so they don't just teach material or theory, but also experience.
They're not simply just our teachers, and we don't just see them in class, but we have cell groups, and usually there's a professor and his wife or a couple in there. They're in charge of that, so they're dealing with personal discipleship, and really our relationship with the teachers are on much more of a personal, intimate relationship than simply just you're the teacher, I'm the student.
I guess what I like most about the school is that it wants to develop you in all three areas. It's not just academic, but it's also spiritual and it's also practical.
I really enjoyed learning Hebrew this year, and I couldn't even imagine before that I could read it one day, and that's somehow very exciting for me.
For me, the most enriching aspect was our yearly internships, because I was able to do a different internship each year. So 3 different churches.
Someone who really knows that they want to serve God and work for God, they should come here to become really strong in who they are and to learn.
Well, this place has provided a lot of knowledge for me about God and about also the world, and also spiritually.
Worship and service are central to the heart of ETS.
All the worship times where you have a group of people that love Jesus and that wanna bring His presence, you know, it's amazing. And I've experienced many very, very good worship times. Nothing like that ever happened to me in my life before here.
After coming here, I really had good experience with worship, because every day we have morning prayer and also evening prayer.
Just for an hour and a half, they just go after God. So while we're sitting there and we're, calling upon God and thanking Him for all that He's done and interceding for our brothers and sisters, they're there and they're just kind of ushering in the presence of God and just filling the atmosphere with just awesome worship and praise.
Many students who come from the US, Canada, and Western Europe do find funds to pay for tuition and housing. Others, however, coming from Eastern Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Middle East must find new ways to pay for their education. They need your help for scholarships and assistance at every level.
In order to educate them, someone has to support them. They cannot get government support, they can't get government finances. It has to be either from Church of God World Missions or from some other sponsors. They just don't have enough money themselves to be able to pay their fees.
We have a great facility here in the Black Forest where we're surrounded by beauty, but what we're really lacking is scholarship money. We have so many students that want to come and they want to be prepared to be ministers and, like I said, to go into all the world, but it's the financial needs that we can't offer as many scholarships as we would like to.
When you get here, you are inspired to do things greater than you thought you'd have been capable of, and that's the greatest thing you can take with you when you leave.
There's a tremendous feeling of unity, and that's amazing. But I think it's brought about by the fact that we have such a a strong prayer life and a very, very strong spiritual dimension to the school.
I think it's a good place to prepare your character, maybe for a ministry.
Or I will tell them that just don't think about just come. ETS is great, it will change your life. In 3 years it will change your perspective because you get to know many people from many countries, so it opens up your mind to many things.
We want to ask you to consider to help us in this so important ministry before the return of our Lord.
With your support, European Theological Seminary will continue meeting the challenge and shaping the future for the cause of Christ.